Exactly. So I figured we strike while the iron's hot and make a 5th movie. And by the iron being hot, you mean Harrison Ford is still alive. Gotcha.
No,
So we're gonna start the movie with a
God,
younger
it's terrible.
Indiana Jones.
Hey guys, my name's Dan. Today I'm going to be reacting to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny pitch meeting. So before we get into this, I should let you guys know that I'm not exactly the biggest Indiana Jones fan. Not really much of one, really. I have seen the original movies though. It's kind of been a long time. I know the theme pretty well, but I haven't seen any of the newer movies. I'm not really gonna let that really influence my decision of whether I like this movie or not. I'll get into that a little bit later, but I just want to let you guys know, just for full transparency's sake. But before we get into that, please do check all those links I have for you down in the description. More specifically, the pitch meeting link and Ryan George's link. There are great ways to go over and support him. And the best and easiest way to support me is by going right below this video, clicking all those buttons down there, because I always let you see future reactions that I do, daily ones in fact, but also helps my channel to grow. And without any further ado, let's go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we'd do a movie where an octogenarian goes on an action-packed adventure. That does sound like a good time. Right? Yeah, because what the hell does an octopus doctor know about adventure? It's like a fish out of water story. No, an octogenarian means a person in their 80s. Why would anyone want to watch that? Because this geriatric dude is none other than Indiana Jones. He's the character from the things that have made us money before. Exactly, so I figured we strike while the iron's hot and make a 5th movie. And by the iron being hot, you mean Harrison Ford is still alive. Gotcha.
No,
so we're gonna start the movie with a
God,
younger
it's terrible.
Indiana Jones in 1944, right? But Harrison Ford's not a young person, you know that. You know, I figure we just de-age him for the entire sequence. Wouldn't it be kind of weird to have the voice of an 80-year-old Harrison Ford coming out of a CGI younger body?
Actually, kind of works.
But here's the thing, I figure we do it anyway.
Yep.
That works. Yep. So anyway, there's gonna be this big set piece on a moving train with Indy and his buddy Basil and a bunch of Nazis. Very exciting. And it's gonna end with the good guys escaping with half of this dial thing and the main bad guy Voller getting bonked on the head by a passing metal thing and going flying. Oh, so he dies. No. Yes, he does. He's not an alive person at all anymore. He is, though. He's gonna come back later and be the main bad guy of the movie. Does he have like a massive scar on account of how that definitely destroyed his skull? No, he's all good. Dude looks great.
No, yep. He's fine. Yep.
No, he doesn't. He died. He's a dead guy. No, I've seen the movie Speed. He got Dennis Hoppered, it sounds like. Anyway, so then we jump forward to 1969, and Indy is old and grumpy and getting separated, and his son has died, and he's sad. He's so sad. Oh, my God. You know, see, that's the thing. When you bring back an old character that people love, you gotta make them sad and miserable. I don't make the rules. Do I? I don't know. Somebody must have made that rule, though, because we keep doing that.
Yeah, so apparently
his life sucks, and he hates it, and he's sad. Nice. And one day his goddaughter Helena is gonna show up, and she's the daughter of that dude Basil, that British dude who's now deceased. Okay. And so what's gonna happen then is that she's the main character now, pretty much. Oh. Yeah, this is her movie now. So an older Harrison Ford character has a crappy life, split up from his significant other, lost a son, teams up with a younger female character with a British accent who takes over the movie. Yeah, I thought that might be cool. This is a Star Wars. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I thought this sounded familiar. Well, we own that, so this is okay. That's a good point. Copy-paste, baby! So anyway, this woman goes to see Indy, saying she wants to research his half-dial that he has, but really she wants to steal it and sell it on the black market. Oh, very sneaky. And then some Nazis show up and kill some of Indy's co-workers, and Indy becomes the #1 suspect in their murder. Murder's illegal, that's not good. And so after he escapes, he goes to see his old friend Sala, because this guy knows where the black market stuff goes down. He's from the other movies. Yeah, he is. And Sala's like, you know, Indy, I love going on adventures and I miss it so much. I just wish I could go on one final adventure. That's all I want. Just one last adventure. Wow. Yeah. And so Indy's like, nope, and he leaves. Oh. So Indy goes to Morocco to stop Elena from doing this black market auction thing, and she's like, aren't you wanted for murder back home? That's kind of heartless. 2 of his co-workers just died. Yeah. Anyway, then the Nazis show up again. Oh, they do? Yeah, that's just kind of what they do. Whenever the characters go anywhere, the Nazis pop out, and they're like, hey, it's us. Remember from earlier? We're the Nazis. Here we are. Very annoying Nazis. So why does everyone want this dial anyway? We'll see. It's kind of a time travel device, and so so this main bad guy wants to go back, kill Hitler, take his place, and win the war. Oh, wow, I can see why Indy wants to stop this guy. Oh, well, we're only gonna find out about that plan with like 10 minutes left in the movie. Feels like if we reveal that before, it might help raise the stakes
You'd
a little
think
bit.
it would.
No. Okay. So anyway, then they gotta go diving in a shipwreck to find a thing that'll tell them where to find the other half of the thing. Oh, heck yeah, go get that thing that tells you where the thing is.
Yeah, the thing,
so then they get it, but then Nazis show up. You did say that would happen. I did. So then Helena translates this entire thing for them, but then throws a stick of dynamite at them so the good guys can escape on a boat. If she was planning on doing that, why bother actually deciphering it for them? Unclear. And so then Indy and his goddaughter and Teddy escape on a boat, but Voller watches them through his binoculars. He's got binoculars. That's how he always knows where to pop out with his Nazi friends. Wait, who's Teddy? Oh, right. Well, Teddy's a child that Helena brings around with her to commit crimes with. Being a child criminal is tight. Yeah, he's gonna be kind of a comic relief. Fun. He's gonna handcuff a man to a metal grate underwater and leave him there to drown. Oh my god. Anyway, so eventually the bad guys get all the pieces of the thing and they shoot Indy, bring him on a plane, and fly away. Why bring him? Why not just kill him? Oh, because he's one of the main characters and the movie's not done.
Sure.
Got it. So they fly this plane through time, but instead of landing in 1939 like they wanted to, they end up in 212 BC at the siege of Syracuse. Whoops. Whoopsie. So now the Romans and the Nazis are fighting because the Romans think that the plane is a dragon. Oh, what is going on?
I don't know.
Teddy, the psychopath, also flew a plane through the time portal thing. The kid can fly a plane? Yeah, because see, we've established that he has an interest in them. That works. So then the bad guys crash their plane and die, and Indy and the gang run into Archimedes, who's the guy who actually made this dial thing. Oh. Yeah, and so since Indy's hurt, he's like, I think I'm gonna stay in history. This is pretty perfect for me. And Helena's like, no, you can't stay. Oh, it's gonna be tough for her to bring him home if he's that convinced. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, she punches him, and then he wakes up in his bed in the 60s in New York. Wait, so she punched him, carried his unconscious body onto a plane, back through time, probably onto another plane, to New York, to his apartment, into bed. It was a pretty good punch, and she tracked down Marion, who has now forgiven Indy and wants to be with him again. Why? Because the movie's done now. Oh, okay. And so that's about it. What do you think? Wait, isn't Indy still wanted for murder? Hey, shut up. And so that's about it.
You gotta forget about that.
I mean, you can't go wrong with an Indiana Jones movie.
I mean, you could.
Well, I mean, people didn't really like that last one, but you can't go wrong with an Indiana Jones movie more than once.
I mean, it kind of did. All right. So this kind of felt like they're sort of like testing a movie, just literally just handing the series off to this goddaughter, and that's kind of why he was sort of talking about making her the main character throughout this movie. It's like, okay, maybe if this movie does well, we can make another movie based off of this daughter, who, unfortunately, throughout the entire movie, I wasn't really much of a fan of. Didn't really root for in any sort of case, which is weird because you're kind of supposed to root for one of the main characters, and how he's said it, basically the main character of the movie, stealing things and selling them on the black market, and then never quite learning her lesson, because when it comes to movies, especially like Disney movies, there's always a moral to the story and a lesson learned. There was nothing there. There was nothing quite there, actually. And this movie was also like 2.5 hours long, certainly felt that way. There was just lots of craziness that was happening, which was fine, but a lot that didn't really make any sense. I really enjoyed Antonio Banderas' character. Yeah, he's always great. The first 20 minutes was pretty fun, and then we get back to, modern times, and he's all sad and depressed, and it's just like, I don't want to see Indiana Jones that way. I don't want to remember him that way. We just saw all this cool stuff of him doing all this heroic things, regardless of whether he's being de-aged or not. It still looked really cool, and then we go from really happy to really sad, and that kind of dragged it down even further for me. So needless to say, I wasn't really the biggest fan of this movie. I don't really think it was fine by any stretch. I feel like this is kind of a below average movie. If you really want to see it that bad, I would wait until it comes out on some streaming service, probably Disney Plus, and just sort of save your money until then. So that's gonna do it for me here. Comment down below, let me know what did you think about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please do check all those links I have for you down in the description below. And lastly, and most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon: Luchador, Cruising, Wolverine 310, Jordan Bird, Kester Cronage, Amber K, Raymond Bright, Chris Curtis, Do Well, Am Perry, Larka, and Dark Wolf 9131. And I'll see you guys next time.